Again, my name is John Holm. I was born in Josephine County, Grants Pass. Graduated Hidden Valley High School, 1986. Went to Road Community College for a year for my business, which was a comic book store of all things. Took off, and so I started doing that instead of doing education, and eventually changing counties, moving over to Jackson County, and changing jobs, working for a grocery store, Safeway. Did that for a few years until I got hurt. Wound up picking up one of these, not very fun. From there, I wound up learning how to do real estate, learning all about disability, which also wasn't fun. So I hate talking about myself, explain, because that's not really my best area. Being someone who's generally normally a private person, so it's harder for me to talk about myself than it is about anything else. But anyways, I moved on into what would later become politics, which was what a friend got me into. And I wound up spending 15 years into that, and that's what more people want to hear more about, is I wound up becoming a political strategist. And from there, I wound up discovering that politics was where I was better at. And I settled into doing that, which was actually something I discovered I was really good at. By doing it, someone came to me and said, I need your help. Can you wind up helping me help me combat what I have wound up discovering? What I discovered was that a political party was tearing down America and not helping build America. I said, I can't believe this. And then when he gave me proof, it's like, holy cow, I had to join and help them. So what I did in turn was say, okay, yes, I'll help, let's do this. So I went out, I learned how to become good for the Democrats. I said, now I know how to work as a Democrat, I also need to know how Republicans work. So I went out and learned Republican strategies, which almost made everybody cry, because it's like, why do you want to learn Republican strategies? I said, well, you got to know how the enemy works. And then that all of a sudden made sense to people. So as a group that I was working with, what we wound up doing was building up counties, building up politicians, and building up groups, so they started reflecting the communities that they were working for and working with, so that they did a better job coming out and making their communities look better, helping them build up and do more things. And I made a name for myself without getting my name out there. I didn't want the prestige. I didn't want, I wasn't out there to make money. I was just doing it to help better things. And then my mother took ill along with my father in their health. And since my best friend was one of my kind of bosses, since he had most of the money, he said, you need to go and take care of your parents because they helped raise me, and since we can do this, you can work from home. So that's what I did for basically the last 7 years, was work from home and help take care of them at the same time. So I shifted gears a little bit and started working from home as well as taking care of them. So I started working on healthcare, learning more about healthcare, even more than I already knew, which was quite a bit. And also started working more on learning ethics and teaching that from home to groups and helping them do even more from that. Plus, when it's needed, I could take off and go on trips with them and do spot checks I became even more specialized in how I was handling things. I would also run out and do fundraisers for them, help them raise money, do online training for people, and advance my own training. So I just kept adding more and more training to my specialties and learning how to involve myself in more and more. And by staying more at home, I wound up working more and more with the Jackson County Democrats, even harder and harder. So trying to give them any help I could. Till finally wound up where it came in this last year that we were looking at trying to find someone to train to run for the seat. And came to this July, it's like, well, either we need to find someone that fits the profile to run, or we need to find, who we're going to do it. And my best friend's walking around behind me and says, you know what, the best person to run is usually the most reluctant person to run. And then he shoves a mirror in front of me and says, oh look, here, I found one. It's like, rats. I created the profile, I did everything else, and I'm all trained to do this. So I stepped up, and here I am doing the job. So here I am. I'm doing the job. Now, let me take it to the next step from beyond this. As a political strategist, it's been a real different, and being someone that is used to staying in the shadows to stepping out front. I'm not used to being the front person. So it's harder for me to being out there saying, hi there, vote for me, instead of being the person that says, okay, this is what you want to do. Man, talk about, I had to go out and find someone to teach me how to speak better, and I'm still learning how to do that, so I apologize. But I have the strategy, I have the connections already from working not only behind the lines, but also from going to Washington, working with my group and working with other people. And now, I want to use those for you. And that's why I'm here asking for your vote.